Hello and good morning, Jason with GXP. Today we're going to be talking about Savage Survival, and I'm going to be covering Beast Relics, and some of the formations that you can use depending on the beast that you have. So here we go. Well, currently I'm running Great Rex, the Tyrant Tiger, and Gilded Rex as my strongest beasts. You have Odyssey stats and combat stats, alright? These are the two areas that affect how well you perform. This will give you a snapshot of where you're at with that beast. Basically, the combat stats and the combat skills. Each beast is kind of specific for a troop setup. The Rex is designed at its basic skill set to increase rider attack, to increase gold collection. If the enemy attacks units, the riders that receive critical damage will respond with a counterattack. So the Great Rex is really designed for riders, and that is important when you're going into your relics. With your relics, you have different relic options. You know, you have the moon, the earth, the star, the wind, and the fire. These are the different classes of relic equipment that you could be using. The beast, you want to kind of sort yourself into the right type of equipment. So I've gone with wind for the Great Rex. And if you look at this little section where it tells you right here, this is your sets. If you get a three-piece set of, you know, it could be earth, wind, fire, moon, star, but the three-piece set is what matters when you get that class of equipment. Now, you have the white equipment, the green equipment, the blue equipment. Those all come from the monsters that you attack. And I believe it's level 31 to 35 for your wildlings that give you chests, and level 35 and above for monsters that give you chests. That's important because those are the free method of getting chests for relics. There are other ways to buy them with gems. There are other ways to buy them with money. But three-piece set here or a five-piece set, that is where you get the set boost. Let's jump over to the Tiger and look at its skills. It's Barbarian, Rider, and when Barbarians take damage, they inflict additional damage on their next attack. So that's a Barbarian and Rider buff. Look at your relics. So basically, if I were to be running, let's say, fire, let me replace this real quick with anything fire. So here's a fire. It would give me a Barbarian HP buff and a Behemoth buff. So I chose to focus on wind because those are the relics I have, which gives me the rider HP and the rider damage. So by knowing that it does Barbarian and Rider, but I want to enhance my Rider because I also have Rex, that's kind of why I went with wind. Plus, I don't have enough fire relics to create a full set, but maybe I do. Let me double check that. Here's Kong. Kong definitely is a Barbarian skill set. You know, Barbarian attack, increased wood, and non-Barbarians, when, let's say, your riders get attacked, this skill, the Barbarians will attack the enemy if your riders got attacked. And that's a good counter to defending when riders get attacked in your setup. So if you were running Kong, Great Rex, and Tiger, Kong, this skill would allow anytime those riders got attacked to counterattack. But Kong does have, I have a complete fire set, or at least a three-piece blue fire set. So let me just unequip these real quick. Let's go over here to Tiger and let's equip them. Damn it. So let's unequip, unequip, unequip. And let's put in fire. We got fire. We got fire. Fire. All right, so I'm able to get a 3-piece set, which is 12% buff for attacking, defense, 3% for HP, and 3% for barbarian damage. Let's just see if I by chance have green. Actually, that's an 18% alone. No, we're gonna leave that. All right, so now let me look at my other one, which is my Gilded Rex. And Gilded Rex is specific for hunters, which are your archers, and non-barbarian attacks. The barbarians will respond. So this again enhances the barbarian attack. So let's take a look at its relics. Right now I have Earth. Earth is Behemoth and Hunters. Yeah, so I have a 4-piece Earth. Let's see if I have an Earth here. So basically, by taking this one down, I'm losing 6% in my attack, but I also am gaining my 5-piece set, which those are maxed out. Okay, so I have a complete 5-piece green set for my Gilded Rex. So, Great Rex, running Wind. Tiger, I'm running Fire. And for my Gilded Rex, I'm running Earth. Those are the relic sets. Let's talk about how you get relics. When you are, of course, attacking wildlings, you can tell right here in that wildling, the possible reward is a relic chest. You get 60% chance for white, 40% chance for green, and the more of those you attack, the more you collect them. So as you can see here, I have 11 relic chests. You also get them from attacking level 35 and above monsters. And it says right here, here's your relic chest. So the other way to get them is if you go into your shops and you go into your gem shop, you can buy white first tier or green second tier relic chests. If you're getting green relic chests, you have a chance to get the blue. It's 12%, 40% for green, 48% for white. So, you know, you got to use your gems to buy those, but I would be buying green relic chests. Now, if you're going to purchase them, you can purchase purple and golds, or chances for purple and golds. So that is the other way you can get your purple or gold sets. They're expensive, but as far as free-to-play players, killing the monsters consistently, maxing them out, I think it's a 200 wildling per day limit and like 30 rally monsters. So, you know, if you did that every day, you would start to see your relic chests. And relics add a tremendous amount of power. As you can see here, right now I'm at 79 million. If I go back into Kong and just put on relics, and let's see, do I have fire? Let's do a white set fire. So that's 300k. I've got 300k. $400k. 400k. All right, let's switch that. That's the only one I'm missing right now. So it's gonna have to stay white, but you can see that I get the 3% buff, or 3-piece set buff here. And what that's done to my power is it's put me at 81 million. So relics are a huge part of the game at this point. So focusing on relics, focusing on your beast alignments for the right relic on the right beast, and then setting up your beast formation. So the way the beast formations kind of work is when you go into your this tower. What is this tower? So definitely your troop tower below your wall. Tells you how many troops you have, tells you what your food upkeep is. You have the ability to preset your formations. So this is my number 1 formation, and you can set your formations up by percentages, right? Knowing that I'm running the Gilded Rex, the Tyrant, and the Tyrant Tiger, and the Great Rex, this is where I'm able to craft a setup that makes sense for that alignment of troops. So I know if I reset this and my behemoths get a buff, because that's what this focuses on, is behemoths, all right? And then riders, I have riders that are being buffed by the Great Rex, right? So I have 36%, I have 10%, I have 24%, and barbarians are the enhancement that both Rex, the Gilded Rex and the Tiger, those skills also help with the barbarians. So I'm gonna make sure I get my my honor guards in there, because the guardians are super important for me being able to protect my troops while they attack. They take the brunt of most of the damage until they're gone, and then all the other troops take the rest of it. So I'm going to focus on guardians, and then I'm going to focus on warriors. So at this point I have 100% formation. My percentages are 22, almost 23% honor guard, almost 5% for my warriors. So that puts me at 25% in barbarian. I have 25, almost 25% in raider, and I have 36% and 10%. So I have 46% in mounted archers. So those are my riders. I'm going to save this real quick, and we're going to take a quick look at these skills. Increase attack rider, increase rider attack by 80%, and this is the cavalry last stand. Basically, after the enemy unit attacks, any riders receive critical damage. The riders, they call them comatose, basically the ones that are wounded, will attack and a counterattack, dealing this, dealing 210% of damage. The trick is right here, the 60% of your squad. So as long as your riders don't make up 60% of your squad, which, I'm at 46, almost 47%, I'm under that, so that skill will activate, okay? So let's take a quick look at Tiger. Tiger is also going to have a barbarian attack. It's going to have a barbarian damage increase, rider damage increase, and this is when barbarians take damage, their next attack will give an additional 30%. So I'm running, my guardians and my warriors, and when they get attacked, they're going to deal additional attack percentage based off this. So that's good. And you can see here, I have buffs for barbarian, rider, barbarian defense. So this one is defending that front line, which is going to take a bunch of critical hits. Now let's take a look at Gilded Rex. Gilded Rex is hunters. I'm not running any hunters, but when non-barbarians are attacked, the barbarians will return additional damage. This skill needs to be improved for me to have better effectiveness, but it's good. Now, right here is the buff that I'm getting from the Gilded Rex for behemoths. That is why I have 25% behemoths in there, because I want these buffs to be activated. Now, the relics have added rider and barbarian additional buffs based upon the relics that have been added, because those aren't in here, but the relics added them in. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this as my formation 1. I'm gonna drop it out, and now I am ready to use that formation, attack for TCs, or when I attack tiles, or when I have events that are battling other troops. So that is my hybrid formation using our behemoths, riders, and warriors. And that is because those are my beast lineups. Hopefully that helps you understand kind of how to see what the beasts are built for, and what troop specific skills they have, and how you build a formation that maximizes those, and how you improve it with relics. All right guys, this is Jason with GXP. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out. I'm on Facebook, I'm in game, or hit me up on YouTube. Thank you all. Have a great day.